my dear friends. Today we're talking about how clutter stops can change your home or change your environment. So first of all, what is a clutter stop? For those of you who don't know, a clutter stop is simply picking it up, not passing it up. It's taking a moment 3 or 4 times a day to look around in your house to see what's laying around. Maybe looking at it like you would if I was standing there with you, or if you were holding up a phone to take a picture and you could see all the things that need to be put away. So I always look at my side table, so you see me looking there, to see some examples of what would be a clutter, something you would put away as a way of clutter. So I've got a box of Kleenex, I've got my vitamins, I have my marking pens, I have my water, I have my coffee, I have my spare glasses in my glasses case. Okay, so those would be examples of clutter if you just left that laying around. But I need those things right now because I'm working. What I will leave there is the box of tissue. I like that on my table. And I will leave my pens because I use them every day during the week. I don't leave them there on the weekend. And I always leave my vitamins there or I forget to take them, but they're in this. I'll show you. Okay, this is where because I know myself, this is where my pills go. In fact, here's Tuesday. I'm making this video on Tuesday. There's Tuesday, I have to take those, put them on top of my coffee. The little tricks that we have to do, but there's not much else that's left there. Okay, but if that's an example of some things that you would leave laying around. I'm looking around to see my planner, I want to keep that with me. Your kids' shoes may be in the middle of the floor, toys, all those things are clutter. So it doesn't mean that you're decluttering your home. If your house is full of clutter, this is not what a clutter stop is. A clutter stop is that little clutter that we leave around every day. So as you begin to declutter your home, those things that we leave around every day, those will start sticking out to you like a sore thumb. And you will learn to pick it up, not pass it up. And to have your children pick it up, not pass it up. And once you have places for everything to live, then you can say your shoes don't go there. Put them on your feet or go put them in your closet or wherever it is you have them put their shoes, etc. Even a blanket, like this little blanket. If your child was here and they bundled up on it and then they threw it on the floor, or you bundled up on it and you left it bundled up on the couch, that would look like clutter. So you want to fold that and put it back so that your home looks tidy and streamlined. Okay, so that's what a clutter stop is. How can that change your home? First of all, as the mother, if you're a woman, and 99.99% of you are who watch this channel, mothers or women, not necessarily mothers, but women. As women, our desire is to nurture, to love, and to keep our home. That's our nature, is to do that. And so if you leave those things, your clutter, I call it mother clutter, is the most magnetic clutter. So if you leave things, because you're the example, believe it or not, you may not realize you're the center of the home, but you are. When you leave your things out, everybody else is going to start leaving their things out. And 2, 3, 4, 5 days of clutter can look overwhelming, can seem overwhelming. So you want to do these clutter stops 3 to 4 times a day. If it's just you and your husband and you're fairly tidy, 1 to 2 times a day is fine. But when you have children, or if your husband's super messy or you're super messy, then you know you have to put it on your calendar of things to do that day, or in your mind's eye, you know, after breakfast, I'm going to do a clutter stop. After lunch, I'm going to do a clutter stop. After dinner, I'm going to do a clutter stop. Before bed, I'm going to do one final clutter stop, depending on the nature of your household. So if you have children, it's like 4 toy stops a day. 4 times a day, the toys get put back in to be dumped out shortly after, but that's okay. It's putting it back, putting it back, putting it back, and eventually they all put it back. And you'll have to say, time to put up your toys, and as your children get older, you have them pick up their toys with you. And as they get even older, you observe them as they're putting their toys up. You never wait until it's overwhelming and they have so many toys that they can't put them up. It's overwhelming. Just like if you were told, go clean your house, it's overwhelming. But if somebody said to you, go clean your sink, you could clean your sink. Can't clean your whole house in your head, it's too hard. You can, but it's too hard. You have to take it in piecemeal. So when you give a child an assignment, you give them a small assignment. Another thing about clutter is it's a reflection of what you have in your home. So if it's toy clutter and your kids aren't playing with those toys, but instead they're dumping those toys out to get to the ones they like, then look and see, pay attention, be mindful. As a parent, as a homemaker, you need to be mindful about everything. That means stop and think. Don't just rush through your day. Stop and think. What are they not really playing with? Maybe I need to weed some of those out. Okay, and be careful because children like to keep everything. So if they're very young, you might not want to get rid of them while they're around. But if you know there are things they're not playing with, put them up, put them in a bag in the garage that they can't see, and let them stay there for a while. If they're not asking for those toys, then they have outgrown those toys. Okay, so you can give them away or put them away to save for your next child or whatever you want to do, but you can tidy up by not having so many toys. Okay, what about our own clutter? What about our own clutter? Do you have too much laying around? When you make your nest, are you bringing in 7 books and you're only going to look at one, and then you're leaving 7 books there for weeks? Or are you to add 7 more and to add 7 more? Instead, to take out the book that you need, take it out of your cabinet, off of your shelf, look at the book you need. When you're done, put it back. Now, that is not to say that I don't have this book. This is my planner with me at all times. It is also with me at all times, and I also have my business planner because I'm working all day. But those are work tools and home tools. Those are not just books, okay? So make sure that you're putting things away yourself. That is going to change your environment. That is going to change your home space. That is going to change your home. It's going to make it more streamlined. So you know that we do decluttering. You know that you declutter in 4 units a week, 4 15-minute units a week, whether it's on Saturday if you're a payroll homemaker in 1 hour compressed, all 4, or if you're doing 1, 2, 3, 4, and 4 days a week of 15 minutes of decluttering. That means that you're going through things and you're putting things in a bag to throw away, you're putting things in a box to give away, you're putting things in a basket to put away. When your 15 minutes is up, you're throwing away, putting stuff in the back of the car, and taking that basket and putting the things in the right place in your home. So that decluttering, once you've decluttered something, you've got a clear space, a clear drawer, the drawer is organized, or a clear edge of your counter, maybe not the whole counter, but the edge, maybe your dining table has gotten decluttered. These are areas you want to keep a really sharp eye out for a clutter check or clutter stop. You want to make sure that you've cleared the dining table. Maybe you've decided to put a runner on it, a pretty bowl or vase, some flowers, or something nice, so it looks like a dining table. And the next time you walk by, if you have 2 children's school books on there and a backpack, you need to say, this is not where these go. I know I let you put these here before, but this is our dining table. We're going to eat at this table. And when we're not eating at this table, it's going to look pretty, just like this. And you have to really assume the position of mother. This is what the mother does. She directs traffic in her household. So you say, that's not where it goes. From now on, I want your backpack to be by the front door when you're not using it, so that you can take it to school tomorrow, and all of your books need to go in your backpack and all your completed homework in your backpack when you're done. If your children are homeschooled and they're doing homeschool at the dining table, and that is the purpose of the dining table during the day, at the end of each subject, let's put the books away, put the papers away, just like you would in a classroom situation. If you have everything spread out everywhere and you're really done with it, and I realize there's overlap in homeschooling, but if you're done with that portion, let's put that where it goes, encouraging you to keep a separate unit, a separate section for each child for their homeschooling things. But that would be a dining table after it's a school table. So right now it's a school table, and we don't eat on the school table, and we don't do homework on the dining table. So it's a dual purpose thing, and that's okay. All right? So being mindful is so, so important in the decluttering process and in the clutter stop process. So I challenge you to do your clutter stops at least 3 times a day, morning, noon, and evening. If you're a payroll, before you leave, when you come home from work, and before bed, at least 3 times, looking at those little nests, those little places that we put things, and putting those things away and instructing others to put them away. And if you have a child that you're instructing to do something, you need to inspect what you expect. That's it for today. Have a wonderful day, and always remember to be beautiful, because you are beautiful.